If you try to touch me, I'll scratch your face. And whoever's coming will see and ask why.
This face?
Okay, but on a serious note, guys, this movie is crazy. Hey guys, my name is Joseph Curtis, and if you love movies just as much as me, you have come to the right place. Now do me a huge solid and click that like and subscribe button today. And also, if you want to follow me on the following social platforms, that would be great as well. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about Scott Derrickson's The Black Phone. After being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement, a 13-year-old boy starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims. Scott Derrickson is a phenomenal director. He's done projects like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Doctor Strange, amazing movie, and also Sinister. And now Scott has graced us with his newest rendition of horror called The Black Phone. And let me tell you what, guys, this movie is everything that you'd want from a Scott Derrickson film. It is atmospheric, it is chaotic, it is terrifying, and it's not necessarily like one of the most horrifying movies I've ever seen. It doesn't have a terrifying moment every 5 minutes, but you feel the urgency, you feel the absolute dread in this film, and that's what it is. It is a dreadful, very disturbing film with a lot of emotionally disturbing themes within this movie, and Scott has done it yet again. For me, Sinister was my favorite Scott Derrickson film. This is the best one. And now look at me, I'm already praising the film. Let me talk about the things that worked with The Black Phone.
I am a part-time magician.
Are those black balloons in there?
Would you like to see a magic trick?
Ethan Hawke is the draw for this film. You see it all over the marketing, all over the posters, all over the trailers, and he is phenomenal. He is absolutely incredibly terrifying when it comes to this role as the grabber who kidnaps kids and kills them. And he really brings it every single time. You are just immediately wanting to back yourself away in a corner. You do not want to be anywhere near this guy. He is creepy. He's a weirdo. There's a reason why the tagline says, don't talk to strangers, never talk to strangers, whatever it is, just don't do it. Run away. This is a guy, when you see his van, you run the other direction. He is a character. He is a villain that I believe will go down as iconic as somebody like Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. That is how menacing this guy is, and he does not hold any punches. And speaking of other performers, speaking of the incredible performances that are in this film, not just Ethan Hawke, the child actors, specifically the characters of Finney and Gwen, who play brother and sister, they are just as good as Ethan Hawke. And Gwen, the actress who plays Gwen, I was just dying of laughter in almost every scene with her. She is hilarious, but she's also heartbreaking in a good way. She just really embodies the idea of what a character like her would go through. Like, you feel her emotions, you see the circumstances that she is going through, and Finney as well. I don't want to downplay Finney's character. He is so good. I believe Mason Thames, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but you guys were incredible. But Gwen, Madeline McGraw, if you are watching this review, you're probably not, but if you are, you were phenomenal, you were the highlight, and you have such a bright future ahead of you, and I cannot wait to see the work that you are going to be pulling off. Okay, now back to the characters. Finney and Gwen, for me personally, in my experience, they were the highlight in this film. I just loved every single scene. I remember looking at my wife and almost tearing up because every single time when they're just on screen together, you just really feel like they're actually brother and sister in real life. And I don't think I've seen a movie or a show in a long time where I've seen a relationship, whether it's brother and sister or family members, whatever, that is just so pure. And that's the feeling that I got from these two young actors, where it was just so pure, they were so innocent, and they're thrown into these disgusting situations. You want to see them make it through it. Another thing that I really liked, and not just liked, but really appreciated, was that it's a film that is very simplistic. It is not a movie that's, like a big blockbuster. It's a film just about this boy who gets kidnapped from this super, super creepy dude, played by Ethan Hawke, obviously, and a sister who's trying to find them. Yeah, there's supernatural elements that are involved with this movie, and I'll get to that aspect later because I have some questions about that. It honestly felt like a reliever to have a movie like that, because in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh man, there's going to be something like that I didn't even think about. It's going to be like a huge major plot twist, and there really wasn't. Overall, 90% of this film is filled with darkness. It's filled with bleakness. There's no hope at all in this film. Kids are getting kidnapped. There are heavy themes thrown at you. But at the end of the day, the very end, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. And I really appreciated with a film, and I really appreciated with a film like this where they could have gone full dark, they wanted to end on an uplifting note. Another thing that I enjoyed, and just a little shout out, is the cinematography. I thought it was really incredible, and I loved the lighting whenever you saw the scenes with Finney in the underground basement, and you felt the dread, you felt the terror, and I just really had to mention that. Truly great work. Now, this isn't a perfect movie, but honestly, I don't have a lot of negatives, but let's still talk about the things that didn't quite work with the Black Phone. Really, my biggest issue with this film is that there are a lot of things thrown at us in this film when it comes to big ideas, when it comes to certain things that the sister is able to do, and we don't really, we kind of do get an answer, but we don't really get the full answer of still, why does she have this, I guess, ability? I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but that's all I'll say. She is a very important part in this film when it comes to the moment when Finney gets kidnapped and she's trying to find her brother, and somehow she's able to connect certain things because of this ability that she has. And I felt like they left that ability open-ended. And another thing that I had questions about was specifically the grabber, Ethan Hawke's character, where I felt like there was a lot more to this guy other than him just kidnapping people. And maybe that's just it, because that's the beauty of psychos and their stories, like the Joker. You don't really know their origin. It's just more terrifying to not know. I just really felt like there were certain moments between the grabber and Finney where I saw a moment of, oh, maybe there's a little bit more to this than meets the eye. Overall, The Black Phone is a disturbing and terrifying tale of what happens when you talk to strangers. But at the same time, there is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this film, when it comes to the subject material. It's all very heavy, but I'm so glad they were able to land this film in a hopeful manner. And with that being said, I'm going to give The Black Phone a solid 9 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also be on the lookout for my Elvis review. But most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.